There are a handful of Catholic devotees whose observance of Holy Week, and especially on Good Friday, is taken to the extreme. These penitents or flagellants punctuate their imitation of Christ's suffering by having themselves literally nailed to the cross. Hence, the PNP and the DOH will be closely monitoring these people for contingencies on health and safety, and will be joined by the MMDA and the DILG in an interagency initiative to provide support in their areas of specialization. The details in this report.
Remind them of the things that they need to do prior the pagpapako.
The DOH isn't against the tradition of crucifixion and penance every Holy Week, but their job is to remind those who will participate next Sunday. The DOH is concerned about the harm it may cause to the devotees. Besides the impression of wounds, those who decide to be crucified could also be at the risk of tetanus.
Somehow, though we discourage it, but somehow we still have respect their beliefs.
The DOH is prepared to assist those who eventually encounter such problems.
At yung mga hospital nearby dun sa area na kung saan madalas sila nagpapapako, usually we have medical team na naka-standby, naka-deploy on the site just in case magkaroon ng emergency.
This was just one of the topics discussed at the Interagency Conference held earlier at Camp Cramel, led by the PNP. The meeting was in collaboration with the DILG, MMDA, and other government agencies. This was done a few days before Holy Week as part of preparations. For security, the PNP will deploy 52,273 personnel. They will be stationed at churches, crowded areas, roads, airports, and seaports. This number is higher compared to the initially announced 34,000 personnel. 12,308 personnel will be deployed in the NCR. Despite this, aside from monitoring untoward incidents, they haven't received any threats during the Holy Week.
If you're asking about the threat of terrorism, so far wala tayong natatanggap, but still, gaya ng sinasabi ko palagi, the PNP is always assuming for the worst.
The MMDA will also implement a no-leave, no-absent policy. They will deploy over 2,274 personnel across the entire NCR. They will manage traffic, respond to emergencies, and ensure smooth traffic flow during the time. They will also monitor illegal transport services taking advantage of vacationers.
Mag-charge ng matataas na presyo at sasamantalahin yung ating mga kababayan na uuwi sa probinsya.
The MMDA also announced the suspension of number coding in the NCR on Maundy, Thursday, and Good Friday. However, both the MMDA and the Philippine Coast Guard face a similar issue. If there are colorum vehicles on the road, so are there in the waters. These are boat operators victimizing tourists. They are dangerous and not in the government's list. They are also often overloaded with passengers. They lack personnel. They also seek assistance from the PNP. Thus, the Coast Guard appeals to everyone.
Huwag tangkilikin yung mga colorum vessels. Ang pangalawa po ay kung meron mang mga nag-aalok sa inyo ng colorum vessels, isumbong nyo po sa mga law enforcement at hihingi ko na rin po yung support ng PNP, sir. Kasi hindi lahat ng mga coastlines, merong mga Coast Guard.
This is the beauty of interagency meetings. They understand each agency's strengths and collaborate to address their weaknesses.
This manifests the effective coordination and cooperation among agencies para sa pagpapanatili ng kapayapaan at katahimikan.
William Theo from the National TV Network for a New and Better Philippines.